All right, everyone. Well, the magical hour has arrived. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this PERS and DCP session, which is going to cover the essentials of PERS 2, 3, and DCP to encourage retirement planning at all career stages. Stacy Rundle is with DRS Education and Outreach and has been educating public employees about retirement for over 25 years. She has a bachelor's degree in finance and has earned a designation as a chartered retirement plan counselor. And so now we're going to turn the time over to Stacy.
Great, thank you. I am actually working in the field today. I'm working out of Port Angeles. So I don't have a good camera angle, so I'm not going to turn my camera on. Usually I do, but I just wanted to give you that explanation up front. But thank you for having me. So yeah, just like you said, I'm Stacy Rundle. I'm with the State Department of Retirement Systems, Education and Outreach. And I'm going to talk about PERS Plans 2 and 3 and the state's Deferred Compensation Program, DCP. If you have questions for me, I will be taking questions at the end of the presentation, but you're certainly welcome to type them into chat while I'm presenting. So I will be providing, this is kind of a high-level overview of PERS Plans 2, 3, and DCP. If you would like to take a deeper dive into your plan, you can review your plan webpage from the DRS website. So just select your plan from the Plans menu. You can also get to know your plan by attending a live webinar or by watching a webinar recording that's available on demand. And you can find both from the webinars page of our website. Probably the easiest way to find the webinar page is through the site index there at the top. If you happen to be in PERS Plan 3, excuse me, Plan 3 has two parts to it, a traditional pension and an investment account. So we'll start with the pension part first, and then we'll circle back to the investment part a little bit later. Okay, let's begin. So PERS, Public Employees Retirement System, is an IRC, that's Internal Revenue Code IRC, Section 401A plan, funded with employer and employee contributions. Now for Plan 2, contribution rates, they typically change every other year in odd number years to reflect plan costs. And you can find your contribution rate from your plan webpage or from your online account. But you know, the amount of your benefit will not depend on contributions. For PERS 2 and the pension part of Plan 3, the contributions are directed into the Pension Benefit Trust Fund, and they can't be used for anything other than retirement benefits. The contributions are invested by the State Investment Board, WSIB, but the amount of your benefit will not depend on investment performance either. Your pension benefit is also known as a defined benefit. And that's because your benefit amount will be defined by a formula, not by contributions or investment returns. Once eligible, you will receive a pension benefit payment every month for the rest of your life. You can't outlive your pension. You do have to apply for it once you're eligible, but again, it's guaranteed to you once you're eligible for it. And DRS, we will consider you to be retired once you have activated your pension. So when can you retire? To be eligible to retire in PERS, you will need to meet the age and service requirements of your plan. PERS 2 and the pension part of Plan 3 have two categories of retirement eligibility, normal and early retirement. If you're in PERS 2, you're eligible for a normal retirement with a full pension benefit at age 65 once you have earned 5 years of service credit. And this is known as vesting. So once you're vested, you're guaranteed a pension benefit when you turn 65. If you're in PERS 3, you're eligible for a normal retirement with a full pension benefit at 65 once you have earned 10 years of service credit, or 5 years if at least 1 year of credit is earned after the age of 44. Now, both plans provide for an early retirement. You can retire as early as age 55 in PERS 2 if you have achieved 20 years of service credit. Now, if you retire early, your benefit will be permanently reduced to help pay for the cost of receiving it over a longer period of time. And the further away you are from age 65, the bigger the reduction. The pension part of Plan 3 provides for an early retirement with a reduced benefit as early as age 55 if you have achieved 10 years of service credit. Now, for both plans, if you have earned at least 30 years of service credit, the reduction factors are more favorable. And there is one exception to an early retirement with a reduced benefit. If you joined your plan prior to May of 2013 and you've earned at least 30 years of service credit, you can retire as early as age 62 with an unreduced benefit. Now, this is still an early retirement, but your benefit will not be reduced. So how do we calculate your pension benefit? The pension benefit formula uses a benefit multiplier times the number of service credit months and years you've earned while you've been working in an eligible PERS position times your average final compensation. Let's break this formula down into its components, starting with the benefit multiplier. PERS Plan 2 uses a 2% multiplier because it's funded with both employer and employee contributions. So the employer funds 1% and you fund the other 1%. PERS Plan 3 uses a 1% multiplier because it's only funded by your employer. You're funding the investment part, which again we'll cover here soon. You earn service credit based on the amount of hours you're paid for each month. You earn a full service credit month when you're paid for 90 or more hours in a month. 12 service credit months equals 1 service credit year. Now, if you're paid for less than 90 hours, well, then you might be earning half or a quarter of a service credit. If you take an approved leave of absence from your job to serve in the military, or for a temporary duty disability, or for family medical leave, when you return to work, you may be able to buy that time back for the time that you lost during your leave. So to find out if you're eligible to buy the time back and the cost, you want to contact a DRS retirement specialist. Now, the amount of your benefit will also be based on your average final compensation. So what is your AFC? So we take the average of your highest 60 consecutive service credit months of pay, or 5 years, wherever they may have been earned in your career in public service in the state of Washington. For example, if you earn $300,000 of gross income before deductions over a period of 5 years, we will divide that by 60 to get to your monthly average of $5,000. Now let's take a look at a benefit calculation for a normal retirement. Pat's monthly average pay is $5,000 and she's earned 25 years of service credit. So this is a plug and play. We're going to plug these numbers into the pension benefit formula and bring it to life. If Pat was in Plan 2, well then she earned 2% of her average pay for every year that she worked. And that provided her 50% of her monthly average of $5,000, which equals a $2,500 per month benefit for the rest of her life. If Pat was in Plan 3, she earned 1% of her average pay for every year that she worked. And that provided her 25% of her monthly average of $5,000, which equals a $1,250 per month benefit for the rest of her life. But remember that Pat also has her investment balance to make up the rest of her income in retirement. So if you're in Plan 3, your investment balance when you retire will be based on your contributions and the performance of your chosen investments. And you can access your investments anytime after you separate from service. The good news is there are no age or service requirements for it. So when you joined Plan 3, that's when you chose your contribution rate. If you change employers, you will have 90 days to select either the same or a new rate with your new employer. If you don't select a rate, then you'll default to a 5% contribution rate. Plan 3 offers the choice of 2 different investment programs, the Washington State Investment Board Investment Program, WSIB, and the Self-Directed Investment Program. You can change investment programs at any time by completing a form that's provided by your payroll office, or you can find it from the forms page of our website. You can also transfer funds between the 2 programs online or by calling the record keeper via Financial. Anytime after you separate or retire, you will have the option to convert all or part of your investment balance to the TAP annuity. If you convert it, you will receive a fixed lifetime benefit payment in addition to your pension. It is guaranteed by the state of Washington just like your pension is, so really you can think of it like another pension. So if you'd like to learn more about your Plan 3 investment and withdrawal options, including the TAP annuity option, you can review the Plan 3 page from the DRS website, or attend a live webinar or watch the video recording. If you need assistance in making changes to your Plan 3 investments, requesting a withdrawal, or purchasing the TAP annuity, contact the record keeper Voya Financial. Voya's customer service is available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., and just press 0 to bypass their automated system. If you haven't set up access to your online account yet, visit the DRS website, sign up, and then log in. And if you have any trouble signing up or logging in, contact DRS for assistance. Once logged in, you can view the details of your Plan 2 or Plan 3 pension. You can view your current contribution rate and balance, history of service credit, create a benefit and annuity estimates, and apply for your pension online once you're eligible and ready to retire. If you select My Account, you can review and update your mailing and email address, your phone number, and beneficiary. So if you marry or divorce or add a new family member or have another significant change in your life, please don't forget to update your beneficiary. Very important. Select Plan Summary to find your contribution rate. And if you're in Plan 2, you will also find your contribution balance. Select a benefit estimator to create early, normal, and delayed benefit estimates. You can create as many estimates as you'd like and view and compare them. Estimates are saved for 14 days. Now, if you're in Plan 3, if you separate from service early with at least 20 years and delay retirement, your benefit estimate will be indexed for inflation. Now, there are some important dates that you should know about your retirement. If you retire from active service, your effective retirement date will be the first of the month following your last paid day. So you cannot retire in the same month that you leave employment. So for example, if you're eligible to retire in April and that's when you separate from service, your retirement date will be May 1st. And you will receive your benefit payments on the last working day of each month. Now, if you separate from service early and delay your retirement, then you'll be retiring from inactive service. And if that happens, that means your effective retirement date will be the first of the month following eligibility. For example, if you separate in April, but maybe you turn 65 in December, your retirement date will be January 1st. If you're in Plan 3, you can access the investment part of your plan from your online account. Select Plan 3 found under My Investments. And that will take you to the Voya Financial website, which houses your investment account. And then from there, you can review your balance and manage your investments. When you select Plan 3 for the first time, you will be prompted to register to access Voya's website. After you've registered, you can still use single sign-on for all of your DRS plans. You will not need to register again or enter the password you set up with Voya. So how can you increase your pension? Well, you can increase your pension by purchasing an annuity. So what is an annuity? Well, the annuity is offered by the state or lifetime income plans that you purchase. And you make the election on your pension application when you retire. The additional benefit will be added to your pension benefit, and you will receive it for the rest of your life. Savings from a governmental retirement savings plan can be used for the purchase. To learn more about your Washington State annuity options, you can review your plan webpage, or you could attend a live purchasing an annuity webinar or watch the on-demand webinar recording. And if you're in Plan 3 and attend this webinar, you will also learn more about the TAP annuity you can purchase with your Plan 3 investments. So to estimate the cost and benefit increase, you will find annuity calculators from your online account. Now remember, you cannot purchase an annuity until you retire, but you can start planning for it now by creating estimates and saving towards it in the state's Deferred Compensation Program, DCP. So what is DCP? DCP is an IRC, Internal Revenue Code IRC, Section 457B Governmental Retirement Savings Program. It's voluntary and it's meant to supplement your pension income in retirement. Department of Retirement Systems, we administer the plan, and we contract with a private organization, Voya Financial, to provide record-keeping services for it. The State Investment Board, WSIB, they select and monitor the investment options, and the state's treasurer's office, they're the trustee for the assets of the plan. It's really easy to contribute to DCP. You can enroll with as little as $30 per month or 1% of your salary, and it's automatically deducted from your paycheck. You can also set up automatic escalation, so your contributions will automatically increase over time. This chart illustrates how your DCP savings could grow if you save $100 a month over a period of 10, 20, or 30 years. Now, it does assume a 6% rate of return, but just so you know, there are no guarantees on a rate of return in DCP. These figures are projections. To create your own projections for a future balance, select the DCP savings calculator from the calculators page of the DRS website. The same calculator can also be found from the DCP website. So based on the parameters you enter into the calculator, it will project your future account balance. So if you already have a savings goal in mind, it can help you determine how much you should be saving each month to help you meet that balance goal. For example, if you have a goal of saving $300,000 by the time that you retire, enter in different monthly contribution rates to see how much you will need to save each month to reach that goal. But again, these are projections. You'll want to go back and use the calculator a few times over the course of your career just to make sure you're on track. When you enroll in DCP, you will have two options of when you would like to pay federal income tax. You can choose to defer your contributions on a pre-tax basis or after-tax to Roth. If you save with pre-tax contributions, you will tax defer your contributions and account growth. Withdrawals will be subject to federal income tax. If you save with the Roth option, you will pay tax on contributions, so upfront you'll pay tax, but qualified withdrawals are tax-free. So to be a qualified withdrawal, you must meet minimum qualifications. That includes a 5-year holding period from the year of your first Roth contribution and a minimum age of 59 and a half when you begin withdrawals. So if you were to withdraw before you've met these criteria, then the investment earnings portion of your withdrawal will be taxed. The maximum contribution limit for 2025 is $23,500. And if you're 50 or older, you can save an additional catch-up contribution of $7,500 for a total of $31,000. Now, if you contribute to both pre-tax and Roth, your contributions are combined towards the annual maximum limit. To do a tax savings comparison between the two options, select Roth versus pre-tax comparison from the calculators page of the DRS website. The DCP is very low cost. The fees you pay are a very small fraction compared to most retirement savings plans that are available in the marketplace. And unlike other retirement savings programs like 401k plans, as an example, with DCP, you will not be penalized for an early withdrawal if you're under the age of 59 and a half. You can change your contribution rate and manage your investments 24/7 online or by phone. DCP accepts rollovers from other eligible or qualified plans. Now, one exception is that you cannot roll a Roth IRA into DCP, and that's an IRS restriction. You're eligible to take withdrawals anytime after you separate from service or reach age 59 and a half. When it's eligible, you will have several flexible withdrawal options you can choose from. And DCP is an investment program which offers two different approaches to investing. With the build and monitor approach, you can build your own investment mix. Once you've built it, you can monitor and manage it while you're working and in retirement. Managing investments, that includes changing investment allocations, transferring balances between funds, and rebalancing your account. The one-step investing approach offers a selection of target date funds called retirement strategy funds, in which investment professionals invest your contributions for you based on how far away you are from retirement. Just pick one fund that's closest to your retirement year or year of separation and allocate 100% of your contributions to that fund. Your contributions will be directed into a professionally managed portfolio of investments. The funds automatically rebalance and they gradually adjust their asset mix more conservatively as you move towards your retirement or distribution year. To learn more about your investment options, review the DCP page from the DRS website, or attend a live DCP webinar, or watch the on-demand webinar video. If you're not already in DCP and you would like to enroll, you can enroll online or complete a paper form and mail it in. Select enrollment from the DCP webpage. Enter how much you would like to contribute each month and if you would like your contributions to be pre-tax or Roth, or maybe both. If you enter a flat dollar contribution and of course state we're paid twice a month, it will be divided in half for each paycheck. If you don't want to select your own investments, we will invest your contributions into a target date fund based on an age 65 retirement. But always remember, you can change your contribution rate and investments at any time. Once enrolled, you can add or change a beneficiary online or by completing a beneficiary designation form found from the Forms page of the DRS website. Now, if you were hired in 2017 or later and you're full-time, well, there's probably nothing that you'll need to do to get started. That means you are probably automatically enrolled in DCP at a 3% contribution rate, pre-tax contribution rate, and contributions directed to a target date fund based on an age 65 retirement. But again, remember, you can change your contributions or investments at any time. And you can always change to Roth if you want to at any time. To access your account online, select Managing Your Account from the DCP webpage, then select Online Account. From your DRS online account, select DCP under My Investments. That will take you to Voya's website, which houses your DCP account. And just like with Plan 3, when you select DCP for the first time, you will be prompted to register to access Voya's website. Voya Financial is the record keeper for DCP. After Voya receives your enrollment information from us, they will mail you a welcome letter with a PIN. With that PIN, you can access and manage your account 24/7 by calling their toll-free phone number and using their automated voice response system. If you need assistance in making changes to your account or requesting withdrawals, Voya's customer service is available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Just press 0 to bypass their automated system. Now, if you're in the middle stages of your career, what can you do now to help achieve financial independence in retirement? Select Mid-Career from the Life Events menu of the DRS website and review the Financial Independence Checklist for recommendations of what you can do now to prepare for your retirement. After attending this presentation, you can check off one item on your list, Get to Know Your Retirement Plan. How do you prepare if you're nearing retirement? When you're within 5 years of retirement, consider attending a DRS Nearing Retirement seminar. At a seminar, you will learn how to retire from your employer and begin receiving your pension. You'll also learn about other retirement topics like Social Security and healthcare like Medicare. To review the schedule and sign up, select Seminar Schedule from the seminar page of the DRS website. If you're unable to attend a live event, all of the seminar presentations have been recorded and they're available on demand. When you're within a year of retiring, review the retirement planning checklist, which you can find from the retiring page of the DRS website. Once you have been retired for 12 months, you're eligible for an automatic COLA. You will receive the COLA adjustment to your pension on July 1st of each year, up to 3% based on inflation. To learn more about the COLA, visit the COLA page of the DRS website. So if you have questions about your pension or applying for it, contact DRS. The retirement specialists are available Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4:00 p.m. From your online account, select Contact Us to send a secured email to a specialist and probably receive a response within a day or two, no longer than a week, but usually within a day or two. And a reminder, contact Voya Financial if you're in DCP or Plan 3 and need assistance in managing your account or taking withdrawals once you're eligible. And that is the end of my presentation. Do you have questions for me? Now, while I'm in presentation mode, I'm having a hard time seeing chat.
I can share the questions with you, Stacy.
That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, so some of the questions are whether the slides can be sent. And so Grace indicated that this is being recorded. So we'll share the link so that people can go online and watch again and see the slides. There was a question about whether PERS 2 would be discussed in more detail. So Stacy, I'm wondering, are there any on-demand workshops of this type that DRS has available on the website?
Yeah, we do have a more detailed recording of Plan 2 available on the website. So let me find a link to that and I can share that in chat. 1 second here.
That would be great.
You bet.
And then there's another question. So it says, so my DCP account can be converted to an annuity to make my PERS 2 retirement payers higher.
That is correct.
Payments higher. Okay, so that's correct.
I do want to mention that there is a $5,000 minimum purchase, but as long as you've got that in your account, yes, you can do that.
Okay, wonderful. Are there any other questions? Does anyone want to raise your hand and ask any questions of Stacy before she heads out?
Let me quickly share this link to the Plan 2 webinar video.
I do see one more question here. Is there an automatic transfer of my DCP if I die? If not, can I withdraw it all to move it to another type of account outside of Washington?
If you die before you retire, at minimum, your account balance will be inherited by your beneficiary, which is why it's so important to keep that information up to date. If you're in Plan 3, your beneficiary would receive your investment account balance. But in Plan 2, if you were to leave and roll your money out, you would forfeit your pension. And most people don't do that because you'll probably receive a lot more money as a pension payment than if you were to roll your balance out of Plan 2. So that's how that would work.
Okay. And then another question, if you're in PERS 3 and work beyond the 30 years of service, what can you expect? And if you need more clarification on that, we can ask Mona if she can open her mic.
If you've got more than 30 years in, then if you want to retire early, you are eligible for more favorable reduction factors. But let me go and share with you a link to our early retirement recording, and that'll help you understand that a little bit better. So 1 second here, let me find that.
No, I actually don't want to retire. I was just wondering. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Just don't want to think about retiring. But
We don't want you to think about retiring.
I'm gonna hit my 30 years next year, and so don't look at me that way. So I'm gonna hit it, and it's probably gonna go 5 years beyond that. So,
Yes.
as far as when I do decide it's one of these days to retire, I mean, what happens when you're beyond like a 30-day mark? I mean, 30-year mark as far as funds and things like that. I mean, is there a cap? Is there a cap or something?
Yeah, with Plans 2 and 3, there is no cap. So every year, every month, and every year that you work, you're continuing to earn service credit towards your pension benefit amount.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right. Well, Stacy, thank you so much. This was awesome information. Thanks to everyone who attended. I want to make sure that everyone saw we have a link here for feedback on the webinar. So always the Wellness Committee is always looking to improve and make sure that we're sharing relevant information. So please share your feedback. And then I also shared the link for the next meeting or the next offering, which starts at 12:40, and it's called The Value of Voluntary Benefits in 2025. I'll put the link in again because it's gotten buried. And then Stacy, if you do have one more minute, there's one more question here. Are there opportunities to receive one-to-one consultation with DRS?
So I was in the process of answering that question in chat while you were talking. If you are more than a year from retirement, I am happy to meet with you virtually via a Zoom appointment. If you would like to just reach out to me and we can get that scheduled. If you're within a year, it might be better for you to meet with a retirement specialist, which you can sign up for a Zoom appointment through your online account, or if you want to walk into our office, that's an option too. But you might want to try that Zoom appointment through your online account first. But if you're more than a year, I'm happy to go ahead and meet with you. And let me share with you my email address in chat here.
Well, Stacy, thank you so much for all of the wonderful information, and look forward to seeing you again next year.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Have
Bye,
a great day,
everybody.
everybody. Bye-bye.